because of the energy that they receive. So it's a form of a spiritual attack, a spiritual attack, I should say.
Yo, speaking of technology, this I love interacting with y'all. If we all obviously if you're tuning into this channel, you're tapped in, or you want to be tapped in. Even if you're a troll, you want to be tapped in. Even if a person will say, "Oh, this is just entertainment," bullshit, my dude. You want to be tapped into this information. You know what I mean? If I'm sitting around watching gay shit all day, that shit ain't entertainment. I want to be gay, goddammit. So you gotta be honest about the things you watch and give your attention to. You want that shit. So let's if the first step is honesty. You want to be able to tap into these things that Edel is talking about. Let's stop acting like this is entertainment or this is just whatever. We want this shit. It's out of us, y'all. So with that being said, that being said, this comment right here. Segment Fire Goddess says, "For my child and I do hand movies and like to confuse go crazy." Yo, I told this story. I told this to Dr. B series like last year, I think. I never forget one time, bro, when I'm in my early 20s, I do this food trip, it's dark. I'm listening to my music and vibing out in the dark, doing like this meditation in the dark with the music, and I just started doing mudras. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing, but I just started doing them. And the computer turned on, oh, this shit scared the shit out of me. I stopped doing mudras for like 7 years after that, brother. But talk to me about our ability to tap into our technology, how that could make our computers go haywire, our computers turn on or off, our appliances turn on or off. What is me or somebody else doing mudras, how can that cause our computers to turn on? I find that very interesting. A couple of weeks from that experience.
Well, like I said, the highest form of technology is the carbon body of the original thing, of the original woman. So it's one of those things where when you do certain mudras, it creates like a certain energy to where it creates a spiritual protection from anything that's basically acidic to the body as far as like electrical energy. So it's one of those things where it's like it creates a force field, and that force field has its own vibration, and that vibration becomes a form of magnetism that manipulates technological devices. So, like I said, it's one of those things where your energy can cause a interface transition.
Right.
It can make things on as far as the simulation, it can cause a glitch in your system.
So, do you think, with that being said, is it far-fetched to say, that the rock, what we call the rock in urban America, do you think that contributed to the huge success of Rockefeller? Them continuously doing this mudra, manipulating or changing the energy field around them. Do you think that contributed a lot to the success? Jay and David.
I'm pretty sure yeah, because like I said, everything is all about energy. So, like I said, you change your energy, change your vibration, that vibration becomes magnetism. So certain symbols and certain signs and symbols and sigils is able to where you can tap into a form of magnetism through the law of attraction. So it was one of those things, the same thing actually takes place with our biological structure, as far as not being an entertainment.
Oh man, wow. This show, let me get to we about 15 minutes left. This is an amazing show. Let me make sure I don't. Alright, so let me ask you about this video because I want to get to a couple questions from the people before we get out here. In terms of the towers, the cell phone towers, the towers that we see, let me pull up something. I'm gonna ask this question. Let me let you answer another question because I want to pull something up. In the meantime, so Dr. Genius wants to know, what do you think about the Mycelium Network? Let me pull this up. Yeah.
I'm not sure what's the mark. Let me know that.
That's like the Mushroom Kingdom. Dr. B talks about that.
I can't handle this.
It's like the organic internet highway.
I've never really got into that.
Okay. Let me get another question real quick. Let's see what's going on in the chat. What is it? Is someone? Oh, I think he answered this already. Is someone perform a movement to harness your energy? Yeah, I think we just touched on that. We just touched on that with the whole Rockefeller thing. All right. Let me see. Let me see. All right, this is something common. You can touch. You might have touched on this before, even the ringing in the ear. Is this another spiritual system, or is it just we're looking too deep into it? Today?
Like I said, it's one of the, like it get certain metals within our molecular structure. Uh, when it's collaborating with different frequencies, as far as like particle energy weapons that's coming from the grid system and coming from our technological devices, it can cause a manipulation as far as like the hearing. So sometimes it can be something spiritual, or sometimes it can be something that's where you're being attacked from a technological standpoint. So sometimes it's not only subjected to you trying to tap in and be online with the ancestors. It could be one of those things where you're being manipulated by way of frequency warfare. So that's why it's imperative, like I said, you got to put yourself in alignment. Do a detox and get these metals out of your body, so you're not able to be manipulated neurologically.
Right. Definitely. Indeed. All right. So with these cell phone towers that we see, and a lot of them are certain shapes. So I got this on the screen. You may see this one. There's just so many different shapes. On this channel, we've been talking a lot about sacred geometry lately, whether it's Dr. V, whether it's Billy Carson, whether it's Judy Cooper. And one thing that we know is that a particular shape can channel a particular energy. So when we see these cell phone towers, and there's one shape I'm looking for in particular. Let's see if I can pull it up. There's one shape I'm looking for in particular. I'm gonna see that I see it all the time. But what I want to ask you, Vidal, is if they're using certain shapes to get certain signals, download certain signals, do you think should we have we have altars? Should we have those shapes on our altars to download signals? Use that same shape, use that same technology to download the signals that we want on our altar. Should we start having antennas on our altar, just like they have antennas in the neighborhood to download shit that they want and affect us in a certain way? Should we have, nobody has antennas on their altar. We have apples and pears and sugar and grapes and shit. Should we start putting antennas on our altar, BL, to download certain frequencies?
Yes, because it's tough. So it's one of those things where, in order to combat that energy, it's like, if you take any number times zero, you're going to multiply, it's going to get zero. So in order to meet them at a level, you got to create the same technology to where the combativeness of the energy zeroes out, basically. So, like, when I'm looking at, when I was seeing some of those images or whatever, I see some of those satellites, they look like an emulation of a octohedron. And an octohedron is connected to the energy of oxygen. So they can manipulate the atmosphere with frequency modification through the atmosphere. And then you got many different ones. I said they got a tetrahedron, which is the personification of light or fire. So it's many different things as far as like the sacred geometry of all these technological satellites can manipulate everything as far as like us being inside this firmament. So the technological devices in these satellites are actually, or these towers, are actually being used to extract neurons from our body to upload our consciousness on a neuromorphic cyber cloud. So that's why, like, as far as like us coming online with our spiritual gifts, the same thing. As far as like artificial intelligence, they're able to do the same thing. So that's why when you say certain things on your phone, or you think about something, it pops up right on your phone. But that's due to the extraction by way of the towers by uploading our consciousness on the neuromorphic cyber cloud. So that's why I came out with that video talking about the argon being the reptilian gods of the simulation that control all technological devices through the form of artificial intelligence. Because that is basically their artificial version of a unity consciousness. They're basically using the extraction of neurons by way of technological radiation. They're extracting everything from our body and creating their own simulation by way of our thoughts.
I'm gonna get to I'm gonna get to some questions now. I just want to get that last question in, family. And we'll get to some questions from y'all. This is a good show. We got about 3,300 people in the chat room right now. We vibing out. There's a flow. I'm gonna keep it flowing. Y'all know brother it's like that flow. I don't like it to be stagnant and boring. Bring somebody on this channel. It's gonna be a flow, a nice flow, just like water. Let me, somebody said, Shadow Man wants to know, is that why we don't
Mm-hmm. So I'm not. See, I keep the fade, so I don't really know too much about rock. Everybody knows the Yo Gotti fade or Boosie Nas fade or whatever. But as far as like the locks, like I said, it's connected to your power. So it's one of those things where man, it connects to. It's like it's a form of antenna. That's your ether. Your ether collaborates with the Ethereum frequency that's coming from the spiritual sun. So it's one of those things where man, it's important to have that energy. So don't cut your locks if you got them. I've been rocking this same haircut for a long time. So
same with me, my brother. I can't go locks. This is who Brother Rich is right here. I'm keeping. I don't like to keep. I can't do that. That's too much to keep up with, man.
Right.
A lot of people. Shout out to everybody with the locks, maintaining their antennas, maintaining their crown. Shout out to the brother Red Pill, Blue Pill's growing his crown. KT, everybody, man. Shout out to the brothers with the crown doing their thing. Respect all you brothers and sisters out there. Let's get to some more questions from y'all before we get out of here. Oh my God, what a wonderful show tonight! What a wonderful show. Let's keep it moving. Let's see what let's see. Give me some questions in the chat, y'all. Okay. Somebody wants to know what can we do to prepare for the ships that come in.
Well, first you have to delineate a ship from. You got to know which ones is being facilitated by the government, because the ones that are created by the government, they have uh, ambient light or white lights. And then the ones, as far as the shams uh, that's coming from the Galactic Federation, they have multiple lights. They have lights that has a different color spectrum because it works on crystal technology. So in order to prepare yourself for the shams or whatever, it's one of those things where you got to put yourself in alignment to where if they're going to be able to utilize you. Because a lot of people, when it comes to like when you get into monotheistic religion or when you get into just UFOlogy or whatever, a lot of people believe like, oh, the ancestors gonna save me just because I got melanin. It don't work like that. Are you able to be utilized in the Great Awakening period? It's like the same thing as a job. What can you do? Are you a good electrician? Are you good? Are you a good journeyman? Are you a good a maintenance man? How can we utilize you? How can we utilize you in this Great Awakening period?
Right.
That's what it's about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm glad you say that. People be like, oh, I'm black. This is gonna happen. No, it don't work that. No, it's not that. No.
It don't work like that, baby.
And shout out to everybody who watched this channel. Every organism down here has melanin. Some more than others. You'll see Brother Rich is light skinned, but I pack a lot of melanin in this avatar that I have. So shout out to everybody down here who's tapped into this channel, who is experiencing this conscious awakening. It's a beautiful thing to experience, family. I don't know what this is. I hope you do. No, not that. Sorry, Aisha. Wisdom. Will we have another Carrington event due to the solar flares this year? What does that mean?
I think the last Carrington event was like I believe it was 1870. It was some around in the 1800s, but yes, we're going to have another Carrington event. That's when I think the whole electrical grid went down. So the same thing is actually going to transition, as we in the Great Awakening period. Because like I said, this is cycle 25, 2.5 equals 7. So 7 is the epitome of completion. So this is the completion of a artificial simulation as we segue into the age of Aquarius. So it's one of those things where we are going to have intrinsic amount of solar flares that's going to be hitting the planet in to where it's going to cause a quarantine event. So we got to be ready for it.
Right. Indeed. Somebody said, light skin, Richie doing that. No, we having a good time on this channel. Shout out to everybody. Like I said, shout out to everybody. Okay. Somebody wants to know, what is your prediction on how the Anunnaki are going to interact with us?
Like I said, a lot of these beings, their perception is being altered to the point where, like I said, they're not emotional. If you watch the TV series, The Man Who Fell to Earth, uh, that species, or where he came from, he was very he had many different afflictions when he came down to the three-dimensional world because he didn't understand the chaotic energy of humans having emotions. He thought it was a form of insanity. So the same thing actually takes place when you're talking about these galactical beings and these supreme beings or whatever you want to call them, seraphim in the Bible. These supreme beings, like I said, they don't operate from a place of emotion. So it was one of those things where they're very neutral. It's to the point where, like I said, are they gonna be able to utilize you in this great awakening period? It's not gonna because like, oh, you connect to my bloodline, you my homie. It don't work like that. It's one of those things where it's just like I can utilize you because you're able to build structures that absorb cymatic frequencies to manipulate the grid system. We're gonna utilize you because you're able to dish out a certain edification. We're gonna utilize you because you're a healer and we need you to heal people with intrinsic herbs and elements and minerals and stuff like that. That's what's going to be taking place. It's one of those things where it's not going to be subjected to. They're just going to be saving people, just be saving people. But you can't really look at it from a place from a savior complex. You got to be able to save yourself as well.
Right. Do you think they want to know? Do you think it's dangerous to look at a solar eclipse? I know something's happening in April. I think April 8th this year.
Mm-hmm. I told people in my last video on my channel. I told them, I said it's very imperative to go to these ancient mounds because you have America, in the geographical landmass of America, there's over 2,000 pyramids, and you only got 200 plus over in Africa. So you got mounds and pyramids all throughout the geographical landmass of America, especially where the next solar eclipse is going to be at on April 8th. I'm like right in the heart of it. And in that area, there's a lot of mounds. There's a mound where I live at here called Angel Mounds. So that's where I'm going to be during the time of the solar eclipse. I'm going to be at the mounds because a solar eclipse is basically the personification of the return of the ancestral energy. So you want to get those energies that's coming in. So it's a great, go to these ancient sites. When the solar eclipse, go to you in Stone Mountain, Georgia. I'll go up there. Go to a mound in your city. If you live in the Mississippi area, there's Mississippi mounds all throughout the Mississippi River or whatever. If you live in East St. Louis, there's a lot of pyramids in that area. Go to these ancient sites and these structures so where you can receive these energies.
You know what's funny about the energy that just hit the planet today with the cell interruption? I just went to Stone Mountain yesterday. I went there yesterday. I haven't been there a month. I just went there yesterday. I was there in the afternoon. I just decided to go there. You know, because I told Vito, listen, I talked to last time I talked to Vito. I get inspired by everybody. Vito stressed to me the importance of him working out his avatar. And we was just talking, we was like, yo, what's good with you? We like, yo, what's good? How you doing on your end of the earth? Vito was like, yo, I'm working on my avatar, da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah, I got to work on that. I'm like, yo, Vito, that's something that I got to work on and step my game up on. So I've been doing that more, Vito, working on my avatar, letting my blood circulate, getting the oxygen in all my cells. And I'm like, I'm going to hit Stone Mountain at least once a week. I went there yesterday and it felt good. So shout out to everybody who lives next to something like that, a park or a mountain. Make sure y'all hit those up, y'all. Make sure y'all hit those up. It's very important that we connect back with nature.
I want to reiterate this again, so it's very imperative that people understand that if you Do not just stay in the house during the solar eclipse. Like I said, go to a mound, go to those a pyramid structure, go to these ancient structures where our ancestors, had the land with the land at that point in time. Go to those ancient structures to where you can receive these ancestral energies. That's
Indeed.
important.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, indeed. Let's get to a super chat. What about we just talked. What about? Well, I gotta ask this because it's a super chat question. What about the solar eclipse coming to April? Is it going to affect anything like the solar flare? I don't even get the question. Is it going to affect? Oh, is it going to affect things like the solar flare? Yeah. Will it knock something out? Are we going
No, it's basically going to activate a certain energy in that certain area. That's what is going to happen.
Definitely. Somebody said, Rich, you been to Indian Spring yet? No, I have to go there. Red Pill was telling me about it. I definitely have to go there, and I plan on going there. So thanks for reminding me. I will definitely get there sometime this year. Let's get to another question. Uh, Vito, they want you to explain the soul trap. What is the soul trap, Vito?
A soul trap. So now, when you understand Saturn Moon Matrix, everything as far as the material plane works in conjunction with the moon. The moon is an interstellar vortex portal for reincarnation. So that's why the great majority of monotheistic religion, MON, is connected to the energy of MOON, the moon. So as far as religion, it all works on the Sabbath. So religion is actually a form of spiritual entrapment because it keeps you subjugated and entrapped up a spiritual box. Because that's when you open up a cube, it becomes a crucifix. Then you got the Star of David, and then you got the Kaaba and Mecca. All these is different forms of spiritual entrapment to subjugate you from a spiritual level to where you're not tapping into your intrinsic abilities on a spiritual level. So also, having an emotional attachment to everything in the material plane is a form of a soul trap. Because, like I said, when you're going through a process of reincarnation, if you had a veneration for cheeseburgers, right? So when they're going to create that holographic projection, when it's time for you to go in that white light, there's another way to bring you right back here. So, like I said, you got to use your emotions as a navigation system in order to deviate from this matrix system. That's how you do it. You got to be balanced.
Indeed. Glad you said it like that. Let's get to one last question, then we're gonna get out of here.
It makes me understand why those, when we were talking about altars, that's why those certain spirits keep coming back. I know this one girl, she puts tea down, for her grandmother, you know what I'm saying? And, it's one of those things where anything that's inanimate objects, it makes you come back to this realm. You don't want to have an emotional connection. You want to get away from this realm. You want to deviate from it.
All right, Vito, last question is from Sister Leah again. Shout out to Leah. Very active in the chat. Supporting everything.
I thought she supported my channel too.
Yes, okay. Yeah, that's what's up. So, okay, so she for real. Leah wants to know, can you ask Vito, what about single moms who work and homeschool? How do you suggest they prepare for the shift? There's a lot of sisters in this situation, Vito. What's your advice?
It's one of those things where now, since we're at the apex of, matriarch, you need a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things like, I forgot what verse it said in the Bible. It says that a lot of women are going to cling on to one man or something like that, 4 women to 1 man. But it's one of those things where you need a divine masculine in order to, to balance that energy out. Because it's one of those things where you can't look at this Great Awakening period in the form of individualism. You know what I'm saying? You need that counterpart because just like in the movie Matrix, in order for Neo to get to the next level and escape the Matrix, he needed that divine feminine. Just like in the last Matrix movie that came out, he was able to escape because he had that divine feminine counterpart from him to get to the next level. So the same thing actually takes place with single women. So you need both energies because the divine feminine and the divine masculine, it creates a tetrahedron energy. And that tetrahedron energy is the same energy to where you escape the matrix system. So you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where you need that counterpart in order to, you know what I'm saying, to where you can tap into the ability of being the best version of yourself so you can be the best version for your children.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh man, what a show, y'all. What a show, what a show, what a show. We still got about 3,400 people in the building. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I'm glad I got an opportunity to get to a lot of your questions. I asked questions I was asked, but I got to y'all. That's important because I know this is an important event and things going on in the future. I want everybody to know how to maneuver, what to do. I guess the last thing I would ask Fidel before we get out here, any recommendation about everybody's diet is different, everybody's blood type is different. So, any recommendations you would give on a diet? Not just be a vegan, but any recommendations on a particular diet to hit some of these sun ratings that come in, these downloads or anything like that? What do you think is beneficial to take time,
Okay. As I was telling you before, use your emotions as a navigation system,
right.
meaning that create a reward system.
So guys, we just finished an amazing kind of all over the place live. Thank you guys for coming and spending time your Thursday evening.
Certain things that's basically diabolical to your anatomy, you know what I'm saying? Try juicing, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, for the next 3 days, I'm just going to be just drinking juices. That's what I'm doing. Fast every once in a while to where you get away from the emotional attachment of food to where it puts you in a state of discipline. It was one of those things where, like I said, if you don't have the mental fortitude and the spiritual fortitude to get away from certain foods or whatever, just try fasting. Fast for 2 days, just a water fast. That might work for you. But for those who really take their diet seriously or whatever, you know, eat fruits and vegetables, you know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Building up your immune system and building up your anatomy to be able to take in these frequencies. Because it's going to come a point in time where the environment is going to become so chaotic, is where you're going to have to perform ultra-fast internal conversion. Meaning that you're going to have to be operating from a place where you're not going to be able to eat food all the time. So where you're just going to be eating from the energies within the ethers. So like I said, that's why I'm trying to prepare my body for it. I'm trying to go, you know what I'm saying, see if I can go for a week without no food, just juice. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta put yourself in alignment to that, to where sometimes you gotta make yourself suffer in the form of a sacrifice. You gotta sacrifice the anatomy to tap into your higher self.
Yeah, you know what helps me transition away from food and just not pay attention to it. I gotta give a special shout out real quick, family, to the brother KT, the artist degree. I truly feel, I don't know if you ever tried this product, but the brother truly has some of the best products on planet Earth.
I got that gold stuff he got.
Okay, excellent. The brother, that's a blue pill, I think. The gold, the liquid gold.
I thought KT he has his own version too.
No. That's blue pill right there. That's blue pill.
Okay.
KT got
the honey. I got it like last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
KT got the honey and the sea moss and the phytoplankton and shit like that. KT got some amazing products, y'all. Amazing. So shout out to the brother KT. He has been helping me with my diet a lot lately. I did the fast. We did the fast with the brother in January. My diet has been on point since then, y'all. So I've been feeling a little more alive and vibrant as a result of that. And I want to thank the brother for helping me get my diet. Sometimes I slip up because of my lifestyle. I'm moving around so fast. So shout out to KT for helping me keep focused with my diet. With that being said, hey, B-Dell, amazing, wonderful show. Packed house, 3,400 people still up in here. Tell the people your contact info so they can check out your YouTube, Instagram, and everything else you got going on.
Okay, my page on my YouTube is BDell1014, BDELL1014. That's the lecture title is on Instagram, BDell1014. And you also find me on Facebook where I do a lot of self-help, really just good quotes and everything that helps raise up the vibrational consciousness of the planet on Grotto Rice Bay on Facebook. So that's where you can find me. I got another video coming out talking about this big event, the Luciferian Great Reset. I'm breaking that down, and that's coming out Sunday on my YouTube channel.
have to elaborate on that.